If you look closely enough, you'll find proof that great things can come from small towns, and big changes for the world can come from young, motivated people.
Emma Markowitz is a high school junior, homeschooled on the small island neighborhood of Trevett, and making big splashes in science and possibly equine health care.
Yeah, I have memories like running away from the hive with him.
Emma Markowitz has been helping her dad with his bee populations for years, soaking up every bit of science and the world around her.
I have always been really intrinsically motivated by science. I've always kind of picked up my mom's microbiology books and studied seawater samples under my microscope at home.
While this homeschooled high school junior doesn't have a regular science class to sit in on, she's inspired daily by her parents Lisa and Steve.
I was operations manager for Bristol Myers, so we were in science a lot. That's where I met my wife.
In a lab.
In a lab with 500 mice.
When she isn't working the hives, Emma also travels to barns with her mother, who works with horses. Between the two spots, she developed a thought. Could honey, already packed with antimicrobials, be a natural alternative to antibiotics?
Yeah, I was initially looking at how to help diabetics, specifically diabetic ulcers, with honey, but I did not have access to humans, and so I turned to what I did have access to, which was horses. So I researched a variety of honeys originating from different nectars, and I found that Manuka honey was the best at inhibiting the growth of certain bacterial strains.
Emma focused her research on healing white line disease, which can lead to deformities in horses' hooves.
Separated the horses that I used in my experiment into two categories, the ones who did have the product and the ones who did not have the product.
The ones who did saw improvements within weeks. Not only was her product and wrap a natural alternative to sometimes overused antibiotics, it was more efficient.
And the ones who did not have the product were very jealous and wanted the product. And I have a lot of people who are already waiting and seeing if they could buy the product that I created.
The product won her a second-place award at the Regeneron International Science and Engineering Fair, where Emma competed against peers from all over the world.
I got to meet a lot of people from different backgrounds, which was amazing, and it's just indescribable how many people are there and how passionate they are about the research.
This teenager now has offers for major research projects at colleges throughout New England, and a product that could lead to positive changes in healthcare inspired by the world around her.
First of all, I'm just amazed already at how much she already has gone through and done and learned. It just blows my mind. But to know that she was, interested in honey and the properties that they have, and working with bees, and the same thing with my wife with the horses, it was just like, how proud could a parent be, that their child is doing things that they love.
I just want everyone to know that even though if you're homeschooled and you don't have the resources available to you around in your community, you can definitely reach out, and there are so many people willing to help.